Will you tell us any of the questions you're going to ask the candidates?
No.
Are you going to ask the questions that are really on everybody's mind, like do they believe the pyramids were used to store grain, or would they kill baby Hitler? The real questions that concern the Iowans.
Yeah, well, those may come in through Twitter, so that's why we'll be monitoring it so closely.
Well,
John Dickerson is CBS News political director with Nancy Cordes, who will also be a moderator tomorrow night. They're at the debate site at Drake University in Des Moines. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. How was that, John, on Colbert last night?
I'm glad I got out of there alive.
Let me begin with a big question about the debate. What do you think the imperatives are, first for Bernie Sanders, second for Hillary Clinton in this debate?
Well, the first imperative is that they answer all questions directly and honestly. The big political imperative for Sanders is to show why there's a distinction with Hillary Clinton. She's way ahead in the polls. She's doing well in organization. He has to explain in a debate, which is about differentiating positions. You know, they can talk to the voter straight ahead normally, but here they're on the same stage. So is to make that kind of choice clear. For Hillary Clinton, it's basically just to cement and lock in her lead.
So, Nancy, how concerned do you think Hillary Clinton should be? You know, Sanders is gaining some ground. He just picked up 2 big endorsements in the last 24 hours, one from the Postal Workers Union and the other from a party leader in Ohio who's pledging their support.
That's right. It shows that she doesn't have a lock on union support and that she has some work to do. She's still got a big lead when it comes to the unions. She picked up the teachers union. She's got about a dozen big unions so far. But this shows that clearly Bernie Sanders and his message of empowering workers and standing up for the little guy does have some appeal to unions. Some of those unions wanted to wait to see whether Vice President Biden would get into the race. So she's got some work to do there.
John, what are some of the biggest differences between the candidates?
Well, there are 2 different kinds. There's the policy differences on health care, on education, on basically fighting Wall Street and breaking up the financial institutions. But then there are tactical differences. Bernie Sanders is running as a proud and long-standing progressive for 30 years, holding some of the same positions. Hillary Clinton has shifted her positions more over the course of her career. And the question is, once that one of them gets in office and the pressures of politics come upon them, which of them will be stronger against those pressures, whether pressures from their donors and their backers or pressures from the political moment? And they are both arguing they have a better, backbone to handle those pressures. And so that's kind of a stylistic difference that's big between the 2 of them.
John, obviously the talk is about the Democratic debate, but we've all seen this tirade by Trump last night. Is there much talk on the ground in Iowa about that and its implications?
Well, I mean, he achieved sort of orbital escape velocity in that tirade. Given the chatter is mostly just kind of, can you believe what he said? Of course, that's been what they've been saying about him for so long. I think for his supporters, it'll be the same thing they love about Donald Trump. I think it once again, though, we come back to this ceiling for support. If you were unsure about Donald Trump and you're a kind of middle-of-the-road Republican voter, that probably would have been a little extreme for you.
Okay, Martin O'Malley is also going to be on the stage tomorrow night. Is there anything he can do to get back in the game, in the game?
Well, he has signaled that he's going to go after Hillary Clinton and possibly even Bernie Sanders pretty aggressively. And that's a big switch for him from the last debate. And so she's going to have to be prepared for that. How does she deal with his attacks when she's trying to stay above the fray?
All right, John and Nancy, good to see both of you. Thank you so much. And we'll all be watching tomorrow night. Twitter is one of our partners. We invite you to tweet us your questions for the candidates using the hashtag #DemDebate. And then watch the debate tomorrow at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, right here on CBS. We're also going to have live coverage on CBSN. That is our 24-hour digital network.